with the system, are the average players going to be unhappy with it in like a month whenever they get to the same spot? And like, so I think that those players do have a value, but trying to keep up with how fast they consume content is impossible. Like, it's impossible to do. What they really need to do is they need to move, like, let's say the game has like, let's section the game off into like 5 different parts. I think sections 4 and 5 need the most work. Like 4 and especially 5, but like again that kind of goes towards like the, you know, like a minority player base. But like 4 and 5, there's just really not a lot to do that's interesting or transformative at the end game other than just running the same dungeons over and over and over. And the dungeons don't change enough for them to be interesting. It's the exact same dungeon.
However, I do still firmly believe most people don't have a level 100 at this point. Most people are probably at the level 70, maybe 80 level or so. Most people don't have many alts, and there's still plenty of content left for people to absorb in this game. But I am seeing an increase in comments, both as well as YouTube, as well as the live stream, from people saying that they are now ready for new content, or they're hoping for new things to come into the game. And it's starting to feel like the tipping point is going a little bit from one way to the other. So Season 1 for me, and the point of this video, is I think Season 1 is going to be fairly important when it comes to actually delivering content. Now, if you're curious...
I do think Season 1 matters a lot for Diablo, especially from like a reputation and perception point of view. But personally, I don't really care if Season 1 is good or not. Because if it's not, I'll just play something else until they make it better. I understand that Path of Exile took many years to get to where it's at now. And I'm willing to let Blizzard take time to improve the game. You know, like, I'm not paying a sub fee. I already bought the game, and I got my money's worth easily, many times over with this game, if you value it $1 per hour. So I'm just waiting for D4 sponsor. I actually don't have a D4 sponsor. It is a GameStop sponsor. Yeah, keep that in mind. Nice try. Yeah, GameStop sponsored us to buy to promote their bundle, not Diablo 4. Anyway, the point that I'm making here is that I don't really think that it's gonna have like, I don't think that Season 1 is gonna be, it's not gonna, like, Season 1 is not going to take Diablo 4 and patch it up to PoE. It's not going to happen. Like, this is going to take probably like minimum 2 years, and realistically 3. The "it just came out" excuse doesn't make sense to me whenever it's applied to Blizzard. I think it does. I mean, and again, like, I think it's a personal value proposition, and on a personal level, I feel like I have received my value out of playing Diablo 4. How many of you guys that played Diablo 4? You played it for over 50 hours. You got your fucking money for it. Okay? You got your fucking money for it. So anything that they do on top of that, I'll be happy. I just want to see them improve the game. I want to see it happen. Season 1 is not a make it or break it for me. But Season 6, Season 10, that's where the vision is going to come in. And I am very concerned that their vision is just going to be doing bullshit buffs and nerfs, and not actually making the end game better. That's what my concern is. Who cares about Season 6 now? Because Season 6 is an indicator. Remember what I was talking before about like how I did reviews for live service games based off of the trajectory? If I understand where the trajectory is going, I will be more or less hopeful for a game. So what I care about is that. I care about trajectory and where I think the game is going to go. Probably not taking into account quality of content. Take $200 to some pool, and that pool's full of shit that I get my money's worth. I don't know. I think the quality of content, like, I can't speak for anybody else. All I can say is that I've played Diablo 4 a lot. I've enjoyed the game for pretty much all the time I've played it, minus like a handful of periods. And I think I got my money's worth. Like, I don't know, like, am I crazy? I got my money's worth, but it's not a great game yet. It has potential, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's a live service game. I think this video is very accurate, though, that a lot of people are going to be judging Diablo 4 off of this first season. Like, this first season matters a lot for Diablo 4. And if they do it wrong, or it's not, people don't view it, it doesn't have at least as much content as the PoE seasons have, I think people are going to be worried. I think that if they announce, you know, there's like a couple new bosses, and There's a new system that you can use. It's like the Herodra Cube or some bullshit. I think people will be happy. But if it has less content than an average PoE season, that's what's going to make people worry. Because that's what everybody, let's be honest, that's what everybody is going to be judging it off of. Because PoE is the benchmark, PoE is the gold standard, and if they don't hit that benchmark, then why are people not just playing PoE? So that's what I think. We've got a microtransaction video. We've got 200,000 subs. Holy shit. He just made his video about 100k subs just recently. Good for him. Make sure to be one of them. As a general fan of live service games, I'm curious to see what he's got to say.
What's up, everybody? This is the Axeman here, and today I'm posting my very first live service video.
Oh,
I've come
boy.
to the conclusion that finishing my work before making it publicly available, it just takes too long. It's too much time and effort, and you don't want to wait for content, do you? I need the views and money right now. Keeps cutting the random intervals that I'm working on. Because I'm also launching this brand new feature called free-to-watch videos.
Oh boy!
That's right. Unlike my OnlyFans, you don't have to pay me to watch garbage. However, I do know that the comment section is currently disabled. Rest assured, our teams are working on that. But
to keep it disabled,
keep coming back to this video to rewatch it every week. I've got a lot of great updates in store. Speaking of the store, did I mention my Patreon and OnlyFans? Okay, is the joke dead?
Yes, get over there!
Right, the joke's dead. Live service video game. If you're like me, when you hear those words, you flinch a little.
I don't. I actually like live service video games because it feels like the game is evolving and growing over time. I think that there are just a few very well-known live service games that are fucking garbage, and it's hard to not think with that perspective.
You hear early access before the...
Yeah, it's like it's abusing the term like unfinished that. Yes, it's like early access. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is fucking amazing. Crafting, early access, survival, and open world. Think about how many games run on a fucking potato that have all four of those tags. Absolutely. Yeah, and the games, they're all broken. None of them work. It's horrible.
Them, you probably start blowing chunks.
Yep.
Despite their lackluster reputation, live service games have become such a popular trend. It doesn't discourage every developer from attempting to make one. I mean, literally, every single new release these days is promoted as an ongoing service. Indie fighting game? It's a live service now, boyo. Single-player RPG? Whoa! That's a live service, too.
Now, which, to be fair, apparently that helps Cyberpunk a lot. So it's one of those things where live service games might be a departure from what's usual, but it seems like it's been a positive for many of these games. I remember seeing CD Projekt Red talk about having multiple days with 1 million concurrent players online.
Let me be clear for a second. Gaming is in the best shape it's ever been. Developers have more tools, resources, and everything they need to make the best video game ever. Elden Ring, for example. The ability to update games post-launch inherently makes the whole industry better. With that out of the way, live service, unfortunately, is...
Because you have to keep in mind also, there are, in a video game like Elden Ring, there are infinitely more outcomes that can occur in that game because there are simply infinitely more inputs that can occur. There are infinitely more things that can happen, different interactions between different abilities, different objects, everything, right? So whenever you're taking 1 million and multiplying it by 1 million, it's a lot harder to just like beta test and make sure this is ready for release than whenever you're multiplying, 1,000 by 1,000. So because the games have so much of a larger scope now, it becomes much harder for the developers to just like definitively say this game is completely finished with no bugs.
It's both a perk and a crutch. It is both a cigarette and an apple. Some developers are able to capitalize on this live service model in the best ways possible. Smash Bros. Ultimate, for example. Without a live service, my dream of seeing Banjo-Kazooie in Smash it's gone. You can provide constant bug fixes, new content that keeps players entertained for years. Now, who doesn't want that?
That
But
sounds
for some
good.
developers, live service becomes a hindrance as they make grandiose promises of a living, breathing platform, only for that to flatline as the game turns into a ghost town.
50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
Live service games, for
That is one of the things that sucks about live service games is that some of them come to an end and then you're not able to play the game anymore. That's what happened with WildStar, for example. It's like distortion and his viewer zipping method in Elden Ring speedrun game. I'm pretty sure Texas can't find that. Exactly. And the truth is, like, it's easy to say that, like, oh, old games didn't have that. Old games were tested better. No, they weren't. Watch a Super Mario 64 speedrun. Watch a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time speedrun. Watch a Super Mario credits work. They were all bugged to fucking shit whenever you have 1 million people playing them, sharing ideas on how to break them. Old games are simple. Yes, old games are simple and they still had massive bugs in them. That's my point.
LSG and games as a service is simply the idea that a game will get consistent updates and grow and evolve over time.
Yeah.
On paper, this sounds like a
Sounds great.
no-brainer win.
Easy.
But were it so easy, as the old saying goes. Now, why has this type of game become such a popular trend? What are the problems with live service?
Why is it a trend? I don't know. Maybe because of battle passes and you can sell them to people consistently and get them to come back to the game regularly without having to develop an entirely new fucking game and also sell cosmetics constantly. That's why, is you can monetize the game 5 or 6 times before it actually runs out of its product cycle. It's just common sense.
Games, and what can they do
happens.
right? All these questions and more will be answered after the sponsor of today's video. Sponsors but at Grand Mafia and Fat Italian excerpts. Gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. A chance to go from level 1 crook to level 100 Mafia.
Wait,
boss.
is this the actual
Wish
game
you
like
could
that?
beat the salami out of some bullshit mob bosses been giving you trouble? Well, now's your chance
nice
to
top
prove
hat.
it, kiddo. Grand Mafia is an MMO RTS game where any schlub like yourself can rise through the ranks of the criminal underbelly. Recruit different
I love watching the trailers of these games. I will actually sometimes sit through them because I think they're funny.
homies, grow your gang, take over parts of the city,
they're so
and
dumb.
expand your sphere of influence. Grand Mafia operates on international servers, making
Thank you.
I'm carrying too much.
Bless you. Need more time. Don't have enough energy. Wouldn't have made it without you. My savior! I'm not ready yet. We're getting separated. My friends will cut down. I won't last on my own. Out of energy. I need more energy. I'm not ready. I need more energy. Needs time to recharge. Thank you, Wanderer. Without you, I'd be dead. I think I can manage from here. Oh, please, take this. More time. Need more time. My savior. I'm not ready yet. I need more time. Out of energy. To recharge. Don't have enough energy.
stones, beautifully cut. Would you like something appraised? Good fortune. I'm not ready yet.
But the cathedral refused to tell us anything about fire. What I found was much worse than this. The knights Benedict are either dead or roaming the halls as monstrosities. I watched them for days until I found one of my father's home. I approached and believed it was going to come home. The creature that had been my father attacked me, and I stamped him to his face. But I found my father was only pain and rage. Mother was right. I never should have come here.
more time. Time to recharge. I'm not ready yet. Not ready yet.
Dark days upon us. Anything else?
My bags are full.